There you go.
Hello everyone, welcome to Canadian Music in the 80s and 90s and more A, and I guess we're going to post this on the Stomp and Tom fan club too.
Why not?
Because we're with Duncan Fremlin, the leader of the Whiskey Jack, as Tom used to call you.
The Whiskey Jack.
And the guy who started the trouble of this Stomp and Tom stories and songs show.
Yeah, that's me.
And we're in person this time.
I have a gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
Not at all. You want one too? It's a sticker.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir.
Well, I don't know about awesome, but it's it's what it is.
Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's good to see you in person this time.
Well, we're in Charlottetown. This is pretty fun.
Yes, this is Stomp and Tom Central, I guess.
This is the Holy Land. Well, not quite.
Yeah.
Skinner's Pond is the Holy Land.
Yeah, I hope to get you up there again.
But tomorrow night we're going to the real Holy Land, which is that's Bethlehem, where he was born.
Yeah.
I like to make these biblical connections sometimes because I know the fans are kind of, religious about their devotion to Tom.
Sure. So you've got quite a trip here planned.
We do.
You're going all over the place. I was watching what you said earlier today. You're going.
Oh, we love that bridge, Evan. I'll tell you. We like the bridge. We don't like the ferry because they broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we like the bridge, so we're going to go back and forth as many times as we can. Yeah. How much does it cost, by the way? I don't even.
$50.25. So we were actually going to get a gift for you guys. We were thinking we should buy you some bridge passes.
You buy bridge passes?
Yeah, you can buy a bridge pass.
Oh, wow.
So, anyway, this isn't your first time here at the Trailside either.
No.
So
it could be our last.
But
in fact, it probably will be our last.
That's something I wanted to talk about, actually. You said this might be your last big tour.
I think it's going to be our last tour with the band down east.
But you'll still do shows.
We'll do shows in Ontario because they're within reason. With that 19-hour drive, kills us. And then once we get down here, it's very expensive.
Right.
And our audience is shrinking. I know I told our audience in Florenceville, New Brunswick, last night. And the boys were reprimanding me for it, but I like to call a spade, Alan. I said to the audience, "Well, we're not. This is our last. This is our last trip, and it'll be our last show at this particular theater we're at." And I said, "The fact is, folks, our audience is dying." And I look out in the audience, and they're all 70, 75, 80, and there's going to be fewer of them 2 years from now than there are right now. So, and there aren't enough right now to keep this really profitable. So,
well, we're going to do our part to make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, that would be nice, Alan.
But that doesn't mean you're going to stop recording music too, right?
No. The whole thing, we can't stop. It's this is just a perfect fit. You'll hear it tonight at the show. This is the set list, the band, the theatrics behind the band, the stories. It's just too. It's pretty magical. I don't think there's a performer out there that has a band or an act that salutes them the way we salute Tom. Just tell you a quick story. Today I was on the phone with Donna Anderson from Donna and Leroy fame.
Oh, right.
So we've been discussing for quite some time now combining forces and doing a Tommy Hunter, Stomp and Tom show, which I'm sure we're going to do probably spring of next year.
Right.
And we both acknowledged, and we've been around long enough to know that the audience for Tommy Hunter and the audience for Stomp and Tom, virtually the same audience.
For sure.
Tommy Hunter is a bigger audience than Tom Connors.
Right.
But all those audiences are shrinking as we speak, so we better get on this.
Yeah, for sure. But I hope it doesn't shrink. I hope,
Well, what do you think is going to keep them coming back? I mean, is there a younger generation that's going to take over?
I'm hoping they can still keep playing the hockey song at all the hockey games. I'm hoping at least that happens.
Yeah,
we have a show here every Saturday night called The Hoedown on local radio, and they play Tom every week, at least one song.
Right.
So I'm hoping that keeps it going. I'm hoping the Stomp and Tom Center keeps things.
Well, I'm talking to Ann there. Hopefully that Douglas and I maybe can come down as a duo, fly down, and maybe that can happen. But again, those crowds are fairly small, and we're not a cheap bunch of musicians. This is no Bush League operation.
I'd still like to get that show together. I want to see if we can get as many of Tom's ex-band members together.
Well, I'll leave that to you,
there.
but
I think that would be great to pull that off, to get you, Douglas, Billy, whoever else we can find to get down here and just do a big tribute to Tom up
Sure.
up at the center. I
Who's
think.
going to lead this thing?
That's a good question.
It'd be like herding cats.
I'll be the MC.
You'll be the MC.
I'll be the MC.
Get a sponsor. Find somebody who has a few,
That's
few
not a
bucks.
bad
and-
idea. Chris Scott comes down here every year. He's got a connection to Tom.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played at the
Yeah.
center
No,
this
no,
year.
I know. Yeah.
So, he'd be a good guy to bring down. I
Sure,
think. But
sure.
it's not dying. I don't care what anyone says.
All
It's
right.
not dying. We're
All
going
right.
to keep his name alive.
All right.
And as long as there's nothing wrong with you guys doing original music too. Still,
Thank you very much.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
That you keep putting
Well,
out
look at
CDs
it. Anybody who went to a Stompin' Tom show, and I think it might have been St. John or Fredericton, one of them, in the review after our show in '93, criticized Tom for allowing
Right.
the opening act to play 2 long sets before he even came out. And I remember talking to him about that and asking him why didn't he play more? 'Cause he would, how many, less than 10 songs in most cases. I think.
Right.
And I agree. They pay all this money. They don't want to see us play.
Right.
So I take the liberty of throwing in, 2 of the songs we play are about Tom. So
Right.
that covers it. But there's 2 that we do that are our songs, our most popular songs. And I think Tom would approve of us throwing those into the mix. We have to mix it up. Our audience is not just, you'll see tonight.
Yeah.
Here at the trail site in Charlottetown, there'll be some younger people here, and they won't know a whole lot about Tom.
Yeah.
So we have to play to them as well.
Because I like the songs you do that aren't Stompin' Tom songs as well. Like I really like that Wonderful World song you guys
a good
recorded
song.
on your last CD.
Good
Like
song.
it's a beautiful-
Douglas, come here, man. Right here, come here, stand here.
Come on in, Douglas.
Yeah.
happening?
We're talking about you.
We're talking
You
about
haven't.
you.
So
Nothing but
there's
you.
2 songs you're going to hear tonight that are.
Welcome back to Charlottetown.
Thank you.
So there's 2 songs you're going to hear tonight that are we've never played with the Tom Show before, and
Right.
we spent the summer singing these songs, and they prove the only reason we're doing them is because they are easily maybe the 2 most popular songs we've ever played. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you'll know when we play them. So
Of course.
yeah,
And does Billy have a lot of involvement in the show now too?
you tell him.
Yes,
guy.
Billy has
Jeez.
become the star of the show in many respects. We feature him as much as we can. We're trying to get him to play more than just fiddle, but he's such a great fiddle player, and he's the real deal.
Yeah.
He's legitimate.
He put in the time.
He put in the time.
And he's finally beginning to laugh at my jokes. Now that's taken a long time. But
What about Doug's jokes? Is he laughing at those too?
I can't comment on that.
Billy made the greatest joke about my retirement. I retired from teaching,
Okay.
private music teaching. But when Duncan told Billy, he said, "Hey, Billy, Douglas is retired." Billy said, "From what?" That was the first sign.
So Billy's got some jokes up his sleeve
It was
too.
the
by
first
sound
sign of
it.
humor in Billy.
That's great. I think it's awesome you guys have him in the band. He really does.
We don't use the word awesome.
You don't?
He doesn't. I do. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I agree with you.
We don't use, there's 2 words, Amanda, we don't use. Awesome and interesting. We don't use interesting either. Okay, continue the interview.
Well, it's great to have
What
you
else
guys
do you want to
talk
ask
here.
us? This is your big chance, Alan. This is keeping this interview short, as we suggested. At the
I guess
beginning.
now that I mentioned, you guys said you're going to cut back the touring, but you will keep making new music. Is there anything in the plans right now for new recordings?
Yeah, no, there's this one of the songs that Douglas wrote that we're going to play tonight is in the works for a recording. He's got the beds recorded, as well as there's going to be a video with this, and
Right.
really, it's probably going to be the most popular song
Straight
we've
to
done.
the top.
Straight
Yeah.
to the top.
Straight to
Yeah,
the top.
yeah.
Because I am one of the few people that remember Mona with the Children.
God love you.
Yeah.
God love you, Alan.
And I have several copies of it on cassette, single.
Cassette.
and
Wow.
I have it on cassette, I have it on vinyl, and I have it on
You know,
45 as well.
It came out just before CDs,
Yeah.
so you can't get it on CD. But wow, those are all the formats. That's
Yeah.
great.
A lot of people don't remember that song, but I do.
I think
Some
it's,
do.
it's coming up for 40 years next year.
40 years. Wow.
think
You're going
it's-
to bring it back to the set?
I want to. Well, I've been playing it lately, actually, I hadn't played that song for a long, long time.
I was going to say, is it hard to relearn?
No, but I was younger,
Right.
and I sang it. It's quite high.
Will you bring the beret back?
Sorry, Duncan.
No,
Have I
but
taken over
no,
the
not at
interview?
all. No, I was just saying that we're going to do a bluegrass version of Mona with the Children. We're going to say if Stompin' Tom wrote Mona with the Children, this is what it would sound like.
Or will you bring back the Leonard Cohen version of Lady Katie Lang?
Boy, that's been
Very
a long
popular.
time, eh?
It's very popular on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, will you bring the accordion with you? Is it hard to pack an accordion on?
Well,
We don't have any room in this.
Yeah, there's no room in the car. But I'm going to trade in my accordion for a smaller accordion, so that I can bring
okay.
it with me. Because the
Good
biggest
idea.
problem with an accordion is how big it is.
And how heavy it is.
It's too big.
That's why we allow them to play their harmonica now. You'll
okay.
hear that tonight for the first time.
You can fit it in your pocket, so
Yes.
Yes.
that's the
It's
best
almost
part.
the same instrument, only
Except
much
he
smaller.
except he gets to blow it instead, which has a lot of appeal.
Well, I
Instead of
was told when I
squeezing
learned. I was told when I learned to play,
You're
it's the
awful.
only instrument where you can suck and blow at the same time.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So who doesn't want to play the harmonica? Tell me that.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
It's
not
great
at all.
to have you back in PEI.
You too.
again.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
You're the
So
best.
nice.
You're the best
So
fan.
nice to see you.
You're the second best fan. So thank you both for.
Yeah.
We have a treat for you tonight. You just
Okay,
wouldn't say.
thanks a lot, guys.
Okay.